client who brought in the Pavoni Europiccola lever model, and his shower came off, and he said he's getting some leaking around the group here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to rebuild the group, and once we rebuild the group, then we're going to go ahead and see what is if there's anything else leaking or there's anything else wrong with the unit, and we'll go from there. So one of the first things that I want to show you is, if you'll notice, there are two nuts here. There is one nut that is lower and one nut that is above. This one nut that is lower prevents the piston from traveling. It's its lowest stop. If that is not there, you will push the shower out every time you try and make a cup of coffee. The other thing that I want to show you right away is, if you'll notice, the handle is offset. You can put this handle upside down, and when you put the handle upside down, it will the handle part of it will travel further than it's supposed to, and can bump into the portafilter when you have it set up like that. So that's something that you want to be for sure paying attention for when you decide that you're going to take this apart, is that you're putting the lever on properly. In order for me to rebuild the head, I had to remove the group, and this pin right here, which this is a new one, this is the new one right here. As you can see, the pin moves the piston up and down. This was rusted in place in here. It took almost 2 tons of pressure on a hydraulic press to push this out of its holding place. It was pretty awesome, to be perfectly honest with you. I should have taken a video of it. So now we're going to go ahead and rebuild the O-rings, rebuild the piston. So the piston comes out like so, and if you look down inside of there, you can see a snap ring that, if you pull that out, there's a seal that goes inside of there, and that's what prevents water from coming around this shaft. So we're going to go ahead and replace that seal, finish rebuilding this by putting a new gasket in here, 2 new O-rings around the piston, and when we do that, I'll show you that's got something special to it, and a new O-ring around there. So we're ready to start putting the piston rings onto the piston. Now, if you'll notice, there's 2 of them, and the reason why there's 2 of them is because they have grooves in them, and one set of grooves has to face up and one set of grooves has to face down. And the reason for that is because when you're lifting the lever up, you wipe the wall on the piston and you don't let any water go up. And when you push the lever down, you want all the water to go downward through the coffee and not back up through the seal. So if you don't put these on opposite of each other, with the groove facing up the upside and down on the downside, you will not be able to make coffee. Machine is all put back together. It's heated up, as you can see. Okay. So we just want to make sure that water is going to come out of here very nicely. Oh yeah. That's the way it's supposed to look.